Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tara Tarot. I will be doing your reading for this month. This is the Pisces reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I will be doing the reading from mid-May, even though it's the end of May, to the end of June. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an extra reading since I was so behind on putting these out. If you haven't watched any of my readings before, I have fixed some of the issues I had. I was having an issue with my webcam, and I also was having an issue with people hearing me. So I had purchased a microphone and a new webcam so that this would be a lot easier for me to give you guys your messages. And what else did I want to tell you guys? So also I thought that so we just reached Gemini time, and I feel like for you guys that's a positive time for you because they're both mutable energies, and I feel like you're just able to react to it a little bit better. Though with water, we usually tend to like to be in other water signs. However, I feel like this right now is a time where you're able to actively communicate with people that you've had problems communicating with, and having better relationships with your siblings. And I think altogether there's just a lot of new things that are going to come up, and I think that you're going to have a lot of people from your past arise, and that comes not only from some of the cards but just from the energy of where we are at currently. So I'm going to jump into your reading. Also, I didn't say this before. I usually like to say this before all of my videos. If when listening to my videos you don't feel like the reading resonates for you, it's a possibility that I am not the reader for you. And then there are other readers on YouTube that are like very good, and I will point you to them as well. And I'm not saying that as anything that's negative or mean, but I want you to get the help that you need. And if I'm not able to do that, if it's not through my readings, so if you don't resonate with your sun sign, and you can listen to your moon or rising signs reading through me and see if that works. If it doesn't, again, I might not be the reader for you, and it's okay. It's just all energy. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You know ultimately what it is that you need, like from yourself and for yourself to progress. I'm just here as a tool and a guide for that to like really manifest to its best. But you're in charge of all of that. So I just want to remind everybody of that. And I will get started with your reading. So first and foremost, I want to say I think you guys are going to be receiving news of new financial opportunities. You may be getting new like job offerings. You may be gaining new skill sets towards something that you want to do. I feel like this is something that's very practical that will cause a lot of stability in your life. I feel like there is celebrations to be had because of it, and I feel like you're going to start feeling at peace because the pieces of the puzzle of your life right now are starting to really fit together, and you're starting to figure out what you're actually looking at. And I do feel that with the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, that's a possibility that you may meet someone when out with friends. I feel you may go out for drinks, possibly celebrating this new opportunity, or this new, like if you're going back to school, maybe, you know, you're celebrating something of that. I just feel like there are going to be a lot of get-togethers and going out, and I feel like when doing that, it's a possibility you may meet someone. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it is like your person, but it is a possibility that this person that you meet really helps you see the balance that you need to strive in yourself. And I feel like you see a lot of yourself in them, which is why you're very attracted to this person. And I feel like you're feeling very victorious. And with the Six of Wands, you're starting to get a lot of public recognition. And things that you've been working hard towards for a long time are really starting to work out. And now you are doing your best. Like, you're being recognized everywhere you go, especially if it's something in the workplace, or you're just emitting a very positive energy, and people are able to see that and are really attracted to you right now. And with the Temperance card, there may be a need to balance it out, because you may get a little bit of like an ego rush, and you may feel that with all of this, affection towards you because of your accomplishments, you may be overdoing it a bit. This could also be like you're going out too much, and maybe you're like drinking too much, or putting too much emphasis on a vice in your life. And it's a possibility that by doing that, you're actually like lowering your vibration and making it harder for the most positive aspects to come out for you. Though this is a time to be celebrated, I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm telling you that you need to balance it out and make sure that you're not overdoing it, if that's the case. Or it could be that you need to balance out the energies of just not getting too cocky. You're allowed to feel happy and confident about everything that's going on, but just be aware of the fact that you aren't better than anyone for that. And I don't mean to say it in that way, because I do feel like you guys are so self-sacrificing and so about other people that I don't feel like you often get that. So I don't want to tell you like you're not allowed to feel that, because you so are. Because you're so often not wanting to be in that spotlight. But I just don't want you to have a problem with it because you're unaware of it. Because sometimes we're just unaware of the way that we're acting because of outside influences. So if I say it, it might just be something that comes up in your head and you're able to stop it right there. If you are unaware of it, it's a possibility that it happens and blows up on you later. But I do feel like you're really coming into your power. And like I said before, with Wands cards, you're really like, you influence people a lot, and people are really drawn to you. You have a lot of courage to be out in front of people right now. You are able to express who you are fully. You're really creative. You have a lot of insights at this time. People are really coming to you, like asking for your opinions. They may want to work with you. A lot of people are going to try to give you opportunities to do like creative projects with them, and those might not give you monetary gain, but they will give you a lot of spiritual like fulfillment and emotional fulfillment. So I feel like if those opportunities come up for you, you may be a leader for that. You may even be the one that is initiating these things, but I do feel like a lot of that will come up for you at this time. And it's a possibility that this person that you met earlier is a soulmate of yours. And I feel like this person could be someone that you've been in a relationship with before, someone that you feel like you've had past relationships with, whether that's that you actually have, or if it was, in a past life, that you feel like you have a deeper knowing of who this person was and who you were together before this. And it's a possibility that if you did date them in 3D in the past, that this was a like childish relationship. You may have been much younger when this relationship occurred. It's also a possibility that this relationship was very very carefree, not just childish in the way like it was immature, but it was very like pure and unconditional and loving. And like this card is a little sneaky. So if you see like the two kids are running out of the Garden of Eden, and I don't think the children should be running out on their own. So I do feel with this that there's a possibility that you may be like sneaking around this relationship, or this relationship could have been with someone that you were like sneaking around with before. hopefully this isn't with a third party relationship, because 3 of Cups, but I don't often read the 3 of Cups as that as much as I do with the Pentacles. But it is a possibility that you have seen this person behind somebody's back in the past, or like you were the person in the back, if that makes sense. And I feel like this person really has shook you up, because they do bring you a lot of happiness, and they do bring a childlike nature that you really admire and you feel a lot of nostalgia for and a lot of sensitivity towards. But I do feel like at this time you might not be able to make the decision to move towards it. I think you need to spend some time alone and really evaluate what it is that you want to work towards and work through. Isolation, I know you guys sometimes have a tendency to isolate, to run away from something, or to figure out a problem, which is okay, but then you may overdo that. So with the Temperance card there in the center of the deck, especially, I'm going to say that if you do, like, you are being advised to take the time out to isolate yourself a little bit, to really dive deep within yourself and find out what it is you really need and want. But with the Temperance card, I'm advising you not to overdo it and not to fully withdraw from everyone, because this is a time where you should be communicating with people. I just think that you may need some time alone to really gather your thoughts as far as this person goes. And with the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is a cycle. I feel like the main thing that I'm seeing for this reading is a person from your past, and I do feel like this is a cycle that comes up and back. This person might give you a lot of anxiety, and you may have worked through a lot with them before, and I feel like you put in a lot of energy and a lot of effort, and you were just at the end really struggling to like reach the finish line, and then you barely got to the end and it didn't work out, or it didn't go the way you planned. But now you might be focusing so much energy by being by yourself on it, that there's a loss of sleep. You might have insomnia. You might be spending a lot of time like torturing yourself, and I really don't want you guys to do that. I want you to feel the emotions that you're feeling, but I don't want you to overthink, because nothing about this person needs to be thought of that hard. It just needs to be like, is this cycle something that I want to do again? Can I do it again? I do feel like this soulmate is coming back again for a reason, because with the Wheel of Fortune, that is a cycle that occurs to create like movement, and either way it has to turn. So it's something that keeps going, and you want to break the chain, of course, if it's something that is just perpetually cycling and not causing any like actual movement. But with it at the bottom of the deck there, honestly, I just feel like it's saying that it is another cycle that's coming forward towards you, because it is something that you have to either figure out if you can do it or if you need to jump on it, because it's lessons you need to learn. I feel like there's a lot of love that's there, so I don't think personally that love really, like, I think love is always a yes, basically. I do feel, however, if the love is toxic or if it is harming you, then that's something that you have to really look at and say, like, I can't do that anymore, because you care about yourself. But if it's something that can be worked towards, then I always say that love is the answer. That's just my advice there. But I'm not telling you, like, what to do. I am saying that there is a lot of stress about it, and you might be feeling a little bit apathetic towards this person, possibly because now I think you're being given the offer that you may have wanted or were looking for a while, but now you're closing your eyes to it. And you're just kind of not appreciating what's happening. And it could be because you're overwhelmed by it. But I think that overall, I think you need to dive a little bit deeper. And I think you're just letting the negative emotions really overpower you, because you guys have a tendency to like feel so much that you shut down. I don't want you to turn off your emotions. Your emotions are your greatest asset. I want you guys to figure out a way to dive in deep without letting yourself drown. You are fish, so you shouldn't be able to drown. But yeah, that's my advice to you guys. I do think there's a lot of great things that are coming for you, so I really don't want you to worry or stress about any of this, and I don't want you to overthink. I want you to celebrate all the beautiful, wonderful things that are coming in, and your emotions about this person shouldn't be something that is overwhelming you, because all this newness up here, that should have most of your worry. Your new job, the new opportunities, celebrating, going out, being recognized, that should be your focus. And if you make that your focus, then everything else will seem much more clear, because you're focusing on you. Alright guys, so that was your reading. I'll see you guys next month. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, bye. Namaste.